Hey, what is up guys? My name is The Kid and welcome to a very different looking video. That is because I am doing a video on my toy collection of Spider-Man action figures. I've never done a video on this. I don't think I've actually ever talked about it in my videos of the past, but I'm going to talk about it now. Now you might hear this sound a lot. That's because that's the chair that I'm sitting on being squeaky as fuck. So, I apologize in advance for that. But I'm not going to let that affect the video as much as it probably will. But we're going to get started today with this, the first figure I got that started my collecting, or basically sparked it into existence. This is the McFarlane Spiderman. Is what it's been dubbed by the fan base. This figure is incredible. It's got, so you can see it's got like fingers. It's got articulated fingers, which is pretty innovative, and whatnot. And a few other figures. I believe one other figure has that. But yeah, I love posing this guy. My girlfriend got it for me, and it makes it very sentimental to me, or sentiment. It makes me appreciate the figure more, is what I'm trying to say. But I really, really like this figure. If you are trying to start your collection, I would strongly recommend this figure. But I hope you want to pay a hefty price tag, because he is in the hundreds for sure. Next one is known as the Sensational Spider-Man, I believe. The actual name of it, if you were to look it up, is the Spider-Man Classics Web Cannon Spider-Man. And holy shit, my bad guys. I must say this figure is different, to say the least. It's with its eyes and stuff. It's not like most figures. With also the fact that it has hands that cannot go into the thwipping pose. They can only just bend over on themselves like so. And just like overall, it's an odd looking figure, but I got it solely for its look, not for its web cannon action, which I basically threw away as soon as I got the figure, because I mean, there's no way I was buying this for that whatsoever. But yeah, this figure looks a lot like our next one, in a way, which is the Marvel Legends, what was it, Sentinel Build-A-Figure set, first appearance Spider-Man, which, I really like this figure. It's great. It is the one that has the articulated fingers, much like the McFarlane. Something I gotta say about this figure, a lot of people have overlooked this figure, I've realized. But if you were trying to have a certain collection, like a certain look, you couldn't go wrong with this figure, solely because it is basically the first Spider-Man. This is what Spider-Man looked like in the beginning, and what he's known for now is because of this style. Well, I don't actually know if there's a... Oh, I did not... I think there was a fly that just flew by. Couldn't tell. I never knew there was actually a spider under there. I never realized that. So that was one of the lucky ones that actually bought one online, and it came with this little cloth thing, which is supposedly like one of the more like removed things, similar to like the Spider-Man 2099's cloth cape as well. But yeah, if you're trying to have like a Spider-Verse collection, you could not go wrong with this figure, which is slightly what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I like this figure. It's nice. Let's fast forward a little bit from those three and jump right into the Pizza Spider-Man, is what everyone is dubbing this one. This is the Marvel Legends Infinite series, I believe, Green Goblin or Hobgoblin Build-A-Figures waves. One of those two. It is a Goblin wave. I don't really remember that well, the wave names. I just remember like the names and their backstories, most of them. But yeah, I like this figure. It's alright to me. I mean, it is being praised in like the action figure subreddit and whatnot, but I like it. It serves its purpose if you're trying to get a dynamic look for a figure. Something I would review this or compare this one to is the one that's actually next, which is the Urban Legends Spider-Man, which has been known to be one of the most accurate resemblance to the 90s cartoon, and judging by the look of it and how I grew up with the 90s cartoon, I can completely agree. It's got all the dynamics of the 90s cartoon, and overall I just think it's pretty good looking figure. They share the same spider on the front and the back. Not the same exactly, but the front one's almost identical. They don't share the same color, or they basically don't share anything. Similar, they're similar, but they aren't like super similar. But yeah, these are both good figures. One of the only gripes that I've ever heard about this figure is its fingers are sculpted to where they can only go into the whipping position and actually look good, like so he's like rocking out and shit. But yeah, this figure's nice. I just got it recently, and yeah, if you're trying to get like a 90s accurate cartoon style one, I recommend this one. But it did cough up another hefty price tag. It's not as expensive as the McFarlane, but it is still expensive. Up next is one of the funny ones, and I'll probably have a few of them that I'll call the funny ones. This is one of those Titans, I believe. The only reason why I have this Titan is solely because I got it from a friend who was graduating, and it was basically a going away present from them. And said I should have probably got them one, but they got me a going away present, which was cool. They knew my love for Spider-Man, so they got me this, which I appreciated very much. I probably would not have picked up a Titan figure unless it was given to me, which is why it's so sentimental to me. It's just like the McFarlane in a way, not entirely, but the McFarlane was given to me by my girlfriend, which made it a lot more meaningful rather than if I were to just buy it. And this was given to me as a going away present, which makes it a lot more meaningful than if I were to buy it. So yeah, there's that. Up next is another comparative, which is Series 1, or what I like to call Version 1, of the Hero Masher Spider-Man versus Version 2 of the Hero Mashers Spider-Man. Now, the reason why this is a comparative review for this one at the moment is because I was looking forward to buying this one. I wasn't looking forward to buying this one, but once I got this one, I was a lot happier with this one than when I got this one. And I like this figure. My girlfriend also got me this one, which makes it sentimental to me, which means I like it a lot more than I would have if I were to buy it myself. I was looking forward to buying it and planning on buying it until I figured out its gripes, and I'll get to them right now. It doesn't have ankle pivot, which is upsetting. It can barely stand. Like, I have tried to make this guy stand well, and it just doesn't work. These webs are sculpted in. When this guy, I'll get to him in a minute. These webs are sculpted in, which just angers the hell out of me. And the last thing that I don't like about this figure is when you try to move these up. Nope, that ain't happening. So I was looking forward to this figure, and here's why I like this figure better. arms go up. They don't go up all the way, but they go up. That is the thing. There's an ankle pivot. It came with a web. I will put a picture of the figure with the web right here. It came with a web, but it's built into that, which can be removed, which is a good thing. These ones aren't removed. I would have much rather have a one with sculpted webs than without it, because the without it just looks strange. But in the end, honestly, if I wanted to put them together and just like take this off, take that off, and put them together so I can have a webbed one. Actually, hey, that's a good idea. We should do that right now. Actually, wait, no, that wouldn't work because of the arms. Oh well, what a lost cause. Hero Masters are interesting. Both of these are alright. Up next, we'll go with Mayday Parker. For those of you who don't know who Mayday Parker is, it's Peter Parker's daughter when he gets out of commission, aka I believe he gets his leg cut off if I'm not mistaken. Mayday brings the pain or whatever. I don't fucking know. Some stupid Super Smash Brothers thing. The one thing I didn't like about this figure when I first got it was these are so hard to bend. These single jointed elbows, like I feel like I'm gonna break this, and I don't want to break my figure. I don't want to have the fear of breaking a figure when I try to make it articulate. Like, that is not something you want, especially from a 2015 release. Like, that is not okay. But I like it solely because I'm trying to do the Spider-Verse, and yeah, so there's Mayday Parker. Sticking with the Spider-Verse line, I got this solely for the Spider-Verse also, and because I had one of these growing up, and I didn't find it. I had so many figures growing up, it was unrealistic. I even had a Cyborg Spider-Man, I'll post a picture right here, and I had that figure, and I cannot find it now. The only thing I found was its back piece, and those things go on eBay for like hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, shit, I'm never gonna get one again. But sticking back to this guy, yeah, I like this figure. It was cool. It came with this like wall that it could crawl up. I'll post a picture of that right here. And I just got rid of that. There's no point in having that. Its legs are weird, and just overall it's an odd figure, but like I said, for the Spider-Verse, it's one I needed specifically for the Spider-Verse. So yeah, there's that. Manga Spider-Man. Up next is a true 90s Spider-Man. This guy came out in 1995, I believe that's what it says on the bottom. I could be mistaken. But yeah, this is a true classic right here. I don't know what one specifically it was. I believe it was like a Techno Spider-Man or something. I don't even have the packaging anymore. I took it out. I bought it at a comic store for about $2. But yeah, this, again, Spider-Verse, I had to buy it. Yeah, it's just a vintage ass Spider-Man. That's about it from that one. Next one is one of my most recent purchases, which is the Jessica Drew, maybe, I think that's what her name is, Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman. This figure just came out in the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave, and I don't know, it goes good with the rest of my figures, especially the Pizza Spider-Man. I'll bring him back. If you were trying to do some ACBA, I believe that's what it, ACPA, that action figure stuff, if you were trying to do like a setup like this, with like a lot of the different ones. It would be pretty cool. I think they're all good figures in their own respective ways. Up next I'm going to do two at once. They're both from the same line. This is the Spider-Man 2099 from the Spider-Man Origins line, as well as Spider-Man from the first movie from the same line. Only difference with this one is it was in a battle pack in which he came packaged with this Green Goblin. Now the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this Green Goblin is fully articulated. It came with a glider and everything. Mask is removable. This figure itself in the original packaging from the actual Spider-Man movie goes for hundreds of dollars on eBay, and then I got it in a battle pack from a flea market for about $20. And I really only got it for this guy because this guy is rare as hell to find. They both fell. I really don't even care. But yeah, this guy is really hard to find. Cheap. So when I found him, I was like, damn, I gotta get that. But yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these guys. The reason why I'm bringing them up is because minimal articulation. Sculpting on this guy is pretty fantastic. He pays homage. He fucking has like the same style as this. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it here. Whatever. I'll find a picture maybe and put it there. It was I believe a 12 or 18 inch Spider-Man from the first movie that has the same sculpt design and like style. And I remember it because I had it, and then I played with it and shit. So that's how I remember that. Put him off to the side. And then there's this guy who also has minimal articulation. He can thwip. Pwah, whatever. It's a crappy figure, and I lost its cape thing forever ago. Fast forward a few years, and then we get this guy, which is a much better looking Spider-Man 2099. This figure is phenomenal. Like, holy shit, this figure is just great. I really like this figure. My legs on it are a bit loose, but I don't give a shit. I still like it. I like posing this guy. I like taking pictures of this guy. This guy is just... I love this figure. I don't like it as much as the McFarlane because I don't think there's ever going to be a figure that can top the McFarlane in my book. But, like, yeah, this figure is just... great. He is from the Spider-Man line during the new Marvel Legends Infinite series. I want to say Hobgoblin. Yeah, he was from the Hobgoblin line, I think. I could be wrong, probably am. Most of the newer Spider-Man figures are from either two lines, the Ultimate Green Goblin or the Hobgoblin wave, one of the two, and this one came from one of the two. But not coming from one of the two is Black Suit Spider-Man, which came from Spider-Man Classic Series 1. Also in Series 1 was the Red and Blue Suit Spider-Man, Battle Damage Spider-Man, and Daredevil, which was really cool to see a different superhero in the pre-Marvel Legends style. A little backstory, the origin of this suit came from the Secret Wars issue 8, but that was not the first appearance of him. He later became Venom, or this suit was alive and later became what we know as Venom. And yeah, so there's that. Here is a magnetic Spider-Man from the first movie. This figure can surprisingly stand up on its own. It was a childhood toy of mine, and he was played with a lot. I mean, a lot. I was a huge Spider-Man fan back in the day, as much as I am now. Probably more now than then. But, yeah, this figure has seen better days, and there have been better movie Spider-Man figures, for sure. Poop, here's another one who has seen even more playtime. I'm also surprised he can stand up on his own 2 feet. He has a bit more articulation with the fingers. He can thwip. Only problem is I played with him in the dirt so much that he's got stains all over here and up here on the arms and stuff. I have tried countlessly. I've soaked him in hot water for hours and everything. I cannot get the dirt off this guy. But yeah, I need to get a new movie figure Spider-Man because these ones are just shot for sure. There is no going back with these guys at all. But they're good nostalgia, that's for sure. Another one that the girlfriend bought me was Scarlet Spider Kane from the Return of the Marvel Legends. I don't know what series. I didn't buy that series. I just bought this one, which was a repaint of the Big Time Letdown, according to Shartimus Prime. That's what I've kind of been watching him so much that I just got used to calling it that. The Big Time Spider-Man and the Future Foundations, they're all like repaints of the same figure. And I don't know, I tried getting a Future Foundations one, but he cost a fucking hell load if I want to get him. And I could have bought him not a long time ago, but a little bit ago, a couple months ago. He was a pretty cheap character on Amazon, but now he's going for about $100 on Amazon. The only gripe most people have about this figure is, if it would, please. It's not going to, is it? Yeah, how humongous the hands are. The hands are just fucking enormous. But, I don't care. In a way, it just is a good-looking figure to me. I believe it's the only Kane figure we have so far. I could be wrong with that. I might be wrong with that. I don't know. Yeah. Up next is the pre-Marvel Legends Spider-Man Classics KB Toys exclusive, I believe Series 2 or Series 1. This is the Spider-Man 2099, which is almost as bad as the Spider-Man Origins, but it did pave the way for the one we have today from the Marvel Legends Infinite series. Without this one, there probably wouldn't be that one, so I guess we have to give it credit where credit is given. And this figure is alright. I got it solely for nostalgia and the Spider-Verse, like I'll keep saying over and over. Shares the same body mold as the Black Spider-Man figure, and yeah, it's an alright figure, I guess. And the one that started them all, this is the red and blue Spider-Man from the Marvel Spider-Man Classics Series 1. Red and blue Spider-Man, this is the one that started the entire, like every other figure that I've shown today, wouldn't have happened without this guy. This was the first one that made its mark on the fully articulated line and stuff, and it paved the road for future Marvel Legends and whatnot. And it was also basically the big brother to Marvel Legends, as it came out before them and stuff. So yeah, this figure is a pretty good figure. People have said that it looks like McFarlane, but I don't really think so. And there's this piece of shit. I don't even know the name of this figure. There's a gnat. I saw a gnat. I don't know the name of this figure. It is basically a fucking Spider-Man Origins figure with like sculpting. Actually, hold on. No shit. No way. Holy fuck. It is the same figure. No way. No. It is the same figure. Holy shit, I never once would have even thought about that until I put them side by side. Both these figures are a piece of shit. This thing has like a giant dildo on its back. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I found it in a drawer and was like, hey, that's Spider-Man. That's all I can say about that. If you can even figure out the name of this figure, don't even bother, honestly. That's unbelievable to me that they are the exact same figure. They didn't even come out the same year. They reused a fucking model from 2002 for their 2006 line. What the fuck were they thinking? Up next is a Spider-Man and Friends. Metallic looking Spider-Man. Like I said a lot of the time, and I'm going to say it again, the only reason why I have this figure is solely for the fact that I have the collection, the Spider-Verse, and it is, according to multiverse rules, there is a version of Spider-Man in every way. So, with that being said, this is technically a part of the multiverse, so that's why I have it. And it was sort of filling up the place that Spider-Hulk is going to go when I get that figure, which is at my house. I'm at my grandma's, yada yada. So, yeah, it was a spot filler because it's a big old beast, but I'm probably going to end up keeping him in the collection. He's also got tits, which I didn't show. He's got fucking tits. One of my favorite figures, other than the McFarlane, this is, I believe, the Figma or Mafex Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is one of my favorite movies. This figure, oh my god, compared to the Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure Spider-Man from the second movie, this guy is fucking, like, put to shame in a pissing contest between the two. I'll do a little quick comparative. They're pretty in size with each other. The one on the right you could easily mistake as like a movie one, or as like a, wow, yeah, okay, I said that. You could easily mistake it as like a comic one. This one, it is fucking obvious what it is from. I've posed it in like just a few ways, like just a few simple ways, and I like can see it in the movie, and it is just fantastic. It's a great figure. This figure is also great. I'm not bashing on this figure. They're both good figures, but in a pissing contest, this guy's stream is a lot farther, which I guess is a good thing in a pissing contest. This guy's also cool. Spider-Man Legend, not Spider-Man Legends, I'm sorry. He's a Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Green Goblin Build-A-Wave figure. Build-A-Wave. I am tired if you can't tell. Marvel Legends Infinite Series, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Green Goblin Build-A-Figure Wave. Yes. And this guy, like I said, I believe he's a Figma or a Mafex. I don't have the box. I don't remember. The only thing I don't like about this figure is, it's pretty loose. But, simple things can make him, yeah. I like posing this guy. I pose this guy a lot, which is why he has a lot of loose joints and stuff. Hey, here's another magnet one. Yep. Next, this one is another ridiculous one, but I just got it for the multiverse. He's basically just a little thing I got in a blind bag package from Five Below, and I just thought it was cute to have one, and it's just, oh, just so adorable. So I got this. That's really about it on that figure. Figure. Speaking of figures, here's a 1995, I think. Yeah, 1995. It is a, what is it, a McDonald's figure. And, yeah, that's all I know. It gave someone on Reddit nostalgia, so that's cool. Next is the Ultimate Spider-Woman figure. It came from the, what fucking wave? I don't remember what wave this came from. I believe it was one of the two, Goblin ones. But yeah, this one looks pretty nice. I don't know much about the Ultimate series. I do know that I like that mold on the face because you can see someone's face under there, which is cool to me. I like that because it makes you realize that it's not just a superhero, it's a person and stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, coming down to the last two, we're gonna bring them up here so you might see them. Nope, you didn't. cool. This one is the battle damage Spider-Man from Series 1 of Marvel Legend, or Pre-Marvel Legend Spider-Man Classics. Series 1, battle damage Spider-Man, which shares the same body mold minus these. Shares the same body mold pretty much as the one you just seen previously from the same line, and it's pretty cool. The only gripe I have about it is it has different eyes compared to the other one that I showed. And I mean, it's supposed to be a battle damage version of the one previously shown, so I mean, they could have at least got that. They didn't, though. Lastly, this is the Superior Spider-Man, which came from the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure Wave Marvel Legends Infinite series. And yeah, this figure, the only thing I don't like about this figure is its face right there, where it's all messed up. Unless that's on purpose, then my apologies, but I know it's not, so I'm not apologizing for shit. And yeah, this figure is alright. It's got good articulation, and yeah, it's a pretty good figure. I like it. It goes good in the collection, because like I said, I need as many of them as I can. So that was all 30 of my figures. I might do more videos like this. I want to review all of my figures in more detail and stuff and compare them and whatnot. Kind of be like a figure reviewer. Yeah, it's sticky. I kind of want to do that, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I'm going to want to do it for sure. It's kind of a, like, time may tell thing. I have 4 figures coming in the mail, so I will review all of them once I get them here in front of this, and once I do, then you will know the knowledge of them also. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to do this before I put them all up on a shelf and probably not move them for a while, because currently their home is in there until they go up there on there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. My name is The Kid, and later.